Are you trying to find a house to live in Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, or any of the areas around in Hampton Roads, but you're not able to find anything? You're scrolling through and you're looking at houses that seem like they're already sold through apps and all these search methods. Well, I'm going to tell you about why a lot of these apps are very detrimental to use when trying to find a house in this competitive market. But also one third-party app that I think I would suggest you use, and I'll give you some solutions to better ways to look. We're starting right now. Hey, my name's Sansalone and I'm a real estate agent in Hampton Roads, Virginia, and I help people from all over the world move into this area, Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, and every area around here. Now, if you have any questions about moving to Virginia Beach or to the peninsula, any city in Hampton Roads, please let me know. I've got my contact information in the description. Well, right now, houses are selling incredibly fast. You don't need me to tell you that. Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, any area north, the best houses often sell in a day, 2 days, if that. Super fast. So if you're looking online and looking through search engines to find your houses, sometimes you're ending up seeing houses after they've not only listed, but sold. And it's super frustrating. And so people often ask me about houses that they see on Zillow, for instance, or Realtor.com. And I have to tell them, break the news to them that the house is already under contract. And so the reality is a lot of these apps, these third-party apps, Zillow, Realtor.com, Trulia, a lot of these apps don't get information in real time as far as when a house is listed, the updates about a house, whether or not it's going under contract or not. This real-time information is often not updated or at all updated throughout the process of a house being listed. You'll not only see the house late, but you also will often not realize a house is sold by the time you're interested in it. I want to talk to you about what happens when a house gets listed. Well, when an agent lists a house, they post this listing on what's called the Real Estate Information Network. This is locally here in Virginia Beach and the north of the peninsula. Well, that listing service then sends that listing to other sites, other third-party locations. For instance, the apps we're talking about, Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, those are three of the larger ones, as well as Redfin. And there are plenty of other ones and websites too. But a lot of these sites don't get the listings right away. So if a house is listed on the Real Estate Information Network, some of these third-party apps don't get that information for at least 24, 48, sometimes 72 hours from the time that they're listed. So if you're looking specifically for houses on Zillow, for instance, you won't see houses listed right away, first of all, but you might not see them for at least a couple days, maybe 2 or 3 days. And in this kind of a market, that's the difference between you getting a house and not getting a house that you want. This is especially the case in places like Virginia Beach and Chesapeake, where houses in specific school districts will sell almost immediately. It feels like a day or two or less. So if you're searching just in Zillow in places like Virginia Beach and Chesapeake, you will see that those listings don't post right away. And by the time you see that listing on Zillow, in Virginia Beach, there's a great chance that that house has already been sold by somebody who has a connection with an agent that has a direct access to the MLS. So if you take a link from Zillow, send it to your agent, the agent says, it's under contract, I'm sorry. It's because Zillow is getting that information late. In addition to that, you won't know that the listing is sold because Zillow and other apps like those don't tell you if a house is under contract. They'll tell you if a house is pending oftentimes, or it will just show off the market once it goes into, quote, pending stage. But they don't tell you when a house is under contract contingent. What the difference is that when you get a house under contract contingent, there are still contingencies that are still needing to be filled before a house goes further into the process or pending. Contingencies such as selling a current house, or oftentimes home inspections is a very common contingency. So you'll see a lot of houses that are under contract contingent on Zillow, on Realtor.com, on Trulia, but they're not pending yet. And those sites aren't telling you that they're contingent. So you think they're available, you tell your agent about this house, the agent then breaks the news to you that it's under contract, and it's super frustrating. So you say, why do they do that? Why don't they update their information? My opinion, to be honest with you, is that they are not motivated to do this because they want to keep you on the site. The longer you stay on the site and the longer you click on all the links, look through all their pictures, regardless of whether or not the house is sold or not, it helps them because it gives them more clicks, gives them more traffic, and sends you to the people that have paid for access to their site. For instance, real estate agents. The key thing here to note is these sites have a vested interest in making sure that you keep clicking. It is a marketing site. So that's one of the reasons why you won't see this updated stuff, because if they showed it as updated, you wouldn't click. So what's the best alternative besides some of these sites to look online? Well, there's one third-party app that I really think would be the best one to look at if you're looking for houses in the Virginia Beach area. That being said though, one important piece about looking for houses in the Virginia Beach area is to tap that like button. Please hit that like button if you like my videos. Hit the subscribe button as well and you'll get notified every time I do a new video. But it tells YouTube I'm doing a great job. That third-party app that I was telling you about that I think is the best one in the Virginia Beach area to use is Redfin. Redfin's not perfect. It's also not as visually pleasing to me as other third-party apps, but a couple things that they do. They can post listings quicker than others like Zillow, and they also update their listings when they say contingent. So in the top left-hand corner of a listing, if you click in Redfin's app on a house that's contingent, it will say on the top left-hand corner, contingent. That will tell you that the house is under contract, and you won't look further into it. That's the one app that I found that does a pretty good job at letting people know of houses that are under contract. However, Redfin does not cover the entire area. Places on the peninsula like Williamsburg, Yorktown, there are some places in this area that aren't served by Redfin. So the south side, like Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, Norfolk, Portsmouth, Suffolk, those are the areas that they do cover, and if you do want to use Redfin, I would definitely do that there if you have not picked an agent yet. This is not me telling you that you have to pick an agent right now. If you don't have one, it's okay. My point is that if you do want to look yourself, please make sure and choose Redfin as a third-party site if you can, if the places that you're looking for are supported by Redfin, especially in Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, and Norfolk. If you're up in the peninsula, that might not be as easy. That would also lead me to suggest even more so to maybe talk with an agent about getting set up with active searches and active information being sent to you in real time. And then once you find the right house in Virginia Beach or in any area, you'll be able to jump on it. If you have chosen an agent, have them send you updated listings on a regular basis. This is the fastest and best way to get information that's in real time to you as fast as possible. And if you have an interest in a specific house, you can talk to your agent, and that agent can contact the listing agent and get specific information and details that you wouldn't be able to find elsewhere. And if you have any questions about the area or comments, please comment below and I'll respond to you as soon as possible. Now head over to that next video and I'll see you there.